Unique New York. Unique New York. The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode on the single player world. Hope you're having a super good day today. Most irregular series on YouTube. Humble Twitch Tot here. We are back in the world on episode 79. So, a lot of episodes, my gosh. So I was just thinking about the number 79. And what I realized is it's actually a pretty cool number. Let's talk about science real quick. Scientific facts about the number 79. So, did you know what an antipode is? An antipode is a straight line through the planet consisting of 2 points on either end that are direct opposites from one another. Antipodes is the word of the day. Antipodes. So, a 79 in latitude is in the middle of freaking nowhere in the ocean. 79 in longitude is in the middle of freaking nowhere. And if you go to 79 on the planet Earth, you're in Antarctica, where no humans live. It is not near anything. It is totally out in the boondocks. And if you go to the antipodes of 79, it is somewhere in Canada, also, where no one lives. Not that no one lives in Canada, but it's a part of Canada which no one lives. It's super, super far up, out of the way, away from people. So 79 is the most lonely coordinates on the planet. I just thought I would let you guys know about that. So anyway, it's also the 22nd prime number. Something. There's more interesting things about that number, but we're going to move on today and get working on the episode. So the first thing I wanted to do is just start ripping this freaking structure down. It is so annoying. And you know what I just realized? Where is this line of glass? Did I already rip that out or something? I must have done that at some point. Anyway, this is just a giant eyesore. It's an old mob farm that doesn't work anymore. It actually does work, but it's just not working like well enough for me to have this, in the world, basically. So I'm just ripping it out, and I figured I would just grab some of this glass because it is relatively useful for us. All right, tired of this. So let's go over to the main base because oh man, I want to collect all that stuff. All right, so I got a bunch of materials over here, like so. We got a bunch of quartz. I actually recorded a little bit of gathering all of this yesterday, but I was not happy with the footage today upon reviewing, so I went ahead and started over. Also got a whole bunch of concrete. So I'm just going to convert all of this, basically. I already did all of the quartz yesterday, and it took me freaking forever. But this machine is helping out quite a bit. I will leave a link in the description. But basically, what you got to do is have a couple in your inventory, and so you don't ever actually fully run out. And this one will give you a new one every time. And you just hold the button, and it's kind of amazing. It'll fill it all up, and it'll change it into solid concrete. Like I said, every single time. So, I'm just going to do this for a little while. I'm going to get all of these materials together, and I will BRB. It's so much faster than doing that by hand. Oh my gosh, hope that proved everybody wrong who thought that was impossible to place blocks faster with machine than by hand. Thanks to Il Mango. Again, leave a link in the description if you want to build this. So anyway, continuing our investigation into the number 79. So antipodes actually refer to, a little bit deeper than I was first aware of, they're actually the exact same atmospherical conditions when you go to either side of the Earth. Very interesting. So down in Antarctica, right off the coast of Antarctica, is the exact same thing as the antipode right off the coast of Canada at 79. Pretty interesting. And as well, I was correct in my assumption of the 22nd prime number. I just read that at some point and remembered it. What's also interesting is if you reverse 79 to 97, 97 is the 23rd prime number. It's also an EMAP, an EMARP, which is actually a real math term, which means a prime number that is reversed, that is also a prime number. And not only that, it is the first emerp that comes directly after its reversed prime. So, so 79 is the 22nd prime, 97 is the 23rd prime, and that is the only known emerp that is consecutively after the previous prime number. Up to around 50 million has been discovered. Words and math. So anyway, like I said, I'm just going to keep on doing this. I thought I would just include a little bit more scienciness for you guys. So anyway, I'll be back, like I said, at some point in the future, I hope. Okay, anyway, so I realized you could actually tell how much I've played this game in the last couple episodes, because this stack of carrots is the same stack of carrots from the last couple episodes. You can go back and look at that. Yeah, I have not been playing this game at all lately, and I apologize for that. It's just super hot and sunny in summertime stuff in Oregon, and it's beautiful outside, making terrariums and doing gardening and all kinds of stuff, and there's just no time for the Minecraft stuff and things. But I figured today it is a perfect day because it's beautiful and bright and sunny. And are you already tamed or something? Do you not like either of those things? I feel like you're already tamed. No? Do you really not like hay? Don't look at me like that. I swear these guys ate hay. Fine, take the wheat instead. Maybe it's llamas. Llamas are the ones that like hay. Alright, you've had a pretty good amount of that. Can you please? There we go. Okay, so I figured I saw this guy and I just wanted to add him to the collection, because something that I haven't done in this world either, I'm just thinking about starting new lands and stuff for the update. I'm just realizing all of the things that we could do better in the next series. I'm really excited for it. And it kind of doesn't make sense to do it here because we've already established so much. To start brand new with a bunch of crazy big projects just doesn't really make the most sense at the moment. Okay, this is taking freaking forever. We just had to take a break for a second. There's another thing I wanted to show you guys. I just wanted to mention that I haven't been playing the game barely at all, according to the carrot stack. Yeah, and that is because, just like I said, it's sunshine and it's amazing, and you got to get your priorities straight sometimes and not do videos all day. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys something kind of funny that I remembered hanging out down here in the base. So this place, we're supposed to be on a couch right now, but the minecart is gone, and so I have a boat here instead that's not in the couch. Anyway, I was here a really long time ago in like one of the first episodes that I made on YouTube, and somebody asked me how this works because they're not familiar with this type of device, this music device, and I told them that I had created a song that plays for like 10 minutes for a really long time. I think I said it in the video and in the comment section, and it was a super, super gigantic space underground, like goes all the way down to bedrock, and it's full of redstone. And they believed me, and a bunch of people afterwards commented on like, oh my gosh, where are you going to show that crazy hunk of redstone? Oh, I just remember that because this is just the Etho randomized music generator. It's just super funny how you can get away with a couple little white lies like that once in a while and mess with people's minds. Always be skeptical of a YouTuber for lots of different reasons. So anyway, they're a persona and a character as well as a person and a human being. All right, I just cleared out my dirt chests. We have 6 chests for dirt, and none of them are full of dirt, which is ridiculous because this is just how much I use this base. We do have grass though. All right, I'm gonna get some grass because we need a lot of landscaping materials for this project because I've got an area for it that I have found, but my gosh, it is gonna require some work. And so this episode is gonna be difficult to get out, but I do wanna make some progress here. So what I'm gonna do, you can see I got some metal, I got the beacons and stuff as well, and I did that because, or I got that from the perimeter from my gold farm because we're not gonna be using that place pretty much. Give me the dirt, give me the dirt, give me the dirt. Dang it. You've got dirt. Dang it. You've got dirt. You've got, dang it. I know where to look. You've got dirt. You got cobble. This is where the cobble is. You've got dirt. You've got... Where is all of the dirt? Ow. You have dirt? You've got one coarse dirt stack. You have dirt? You've got a couple more coarse dirt stacks. I need these for this area, though. Dang it, man. Ha! I found some dirt. There's a chest over here that has dirt in it. Dang it! It was a good kill streak. Flanked the enemy team during operations. We're still gonna die right now. I got myself into a bad pickle. The SMLE carbine is absolutely the best weapon. Best sweet spot zone. And wrong game. So anyway, I've been doing some work over here. I lost my inventory because I left it somewhere else. We're gonna have to go back to the base and get our stuff because we only have a few tools. You see we don't have anything else because I left it somewhere. Okay, this is actually pretty difficult trying to figure out these kind of shapes. And so this is what I went with so far. I did some drawings in real life that kind of helped out, but I'm just trying to think about how we're going to do these really mathematical shapes on this crazy uneven terrain, because I want to have it like all up and around and up and above and inside this hill stuff area of the land. And I think I want to be like sunk in a little bit and everything. So let's talk about this. We got a telescope over here. This is a miniature telescope. We've got a planetarium dome, right? This is where our starscape and all of our cool stuff is going to be. This is going to be a science center type of building. I just put a big square because it's going to be some type of cool modern angled cool thing, and I don't know what the shape is going to be yet, just yet, words. So I just did a big box, and then we've got a radio tower of some type, like a big tall, like, I don't know, like a radio tower, right? And we got satellite dishes of some kind. Maybe it could be like something like that, somewhere off in the distance. So I don't know, like, this is just getting an idea for how these shapes are going to fit together and what the sizes are going to look like in comparison to one another. And I think the biggest part of this, I'm going to have to build this dome, and that's going to give me an idea for the scale and the size and everything like that. So I think the first order of business, let's go to kind of like the middle, and let's pillar up and see if we can get to somewhere that like we can go 25 blocks in every direction and still be on this plateau and not take up way too much of this area. All right, let's take a trip down memory lane. So I bought a PS4. And then I bought Minecraft immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I made a giant sphere. It was one of the very first things that I did on this version of the game. I don't really remember what I did in the PS3 version. I played with like a couple people that I had met, and we had like a server, and that was basically like the main thing that I did. I built like this crazy castle thing with some people, and it was super cool. And then I went on to the single player element, and the very first thing I did was I built a giant sphere, like huge giant sphere. And it was super difficult, and it took me a really long time. But afterwards, man, I've never lost the ability to build circles, even while commentating. Check that out. Pretty ridiculous. So anyway, I figured out I'm going to try and make a 51 diameter circle. And 1, 2, 3. It's kind of difficult to count these single ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to try and make a 51 diameter circle and see if that does it for us, because this is going to need to be like a pretty large freaking area. And if we are able to get this circle appropriately laid out, you can see it now, we're going to have a good idea about the size for the rest of our buildings. All right, this is pretty interesting. So I've got the circle in place, and it looks like a really good size for this area, I think. It could be a little smaller. I don't think it could be bigger, but I think it could be a little smaller. But I like it. I'm going to go with really big. I want it to be like a focal point. I want it to be like the main part of this area. Because to be perfectly honest, people have built telescopes before, and I've seen a lot of telescope builds, so that's not going to be really the focal point of the area. It's going to be the planetarium for the most part. And so I want to make this giant. And I think this is a good way to start by having flat walls down to the ground from this big circle. I think that would be cool. But then that's making me realize that we're going to have to take a giant chunk out of this whole hillside and make this all open in a cylinder in order to make this like an actual livable space, an interior area. Yeah, so I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to do this, but I think I'm going to have to cut all of that away after I've done all of that building, which sucks because I didn't really think about that beforehand. And then build the rest of our structure. So that's where the circle is going to be, I think. All right, guys, I can't show you this because I'm playing on the console and we were recording with the built-in console software. We don't have a capture card or anything like that, and it would not work anyway. We can't go to the website on the console, and I can't show you that. But I'm just using plots.co.uk. You can check it out. It's a shape generator for Minecraft. Works really cool. I'm using the ellipsoid, and it has a 3D and a 2D view. So what I've done is I've made a 102 radius, or 102 diameter circle, or sphere actually, and I've just gone to the very bottom layer, and I clicked on one layer at a time, went plus, 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 until I got to the layer that was the same size as this circle, which is the 7th layer. So if I build the sphere starting 7 blocks down, then by the time that it gets up to that height, it should be out to that edge. I hope I explained that properly. Obviously, I don't know if this is really going to work, but we're going to try it out, hopefully, and we're going to be able to get a really shallow bowl that we can put our chairs and our auditorium and stuff in, and it's going to look more realistic, and have a big dome on top that is the original size. Man, it's complicated. You ready for it? The big reveal? Dun, dun, dun. We've completed the dish inside of the sphere, inside of the cylinder, which will be the planetarium. So, I'm deciding to go up by a couple blocks because it doesn't really matter what it looks like from this side because it's going to be a flat wall anyway. And on this side, we might, I don't know, but we might come back with a different type of block, not grass, but like concrete or something, and cover that with one layer so we get it a certain color or whatever. So we're going to want a little bit of extension here before we start our curve, so we can have a walkway all the way at the top up here, and we're not getting crunched by the block above our head. So I think we want to go one more block up before we start the curve, and I think that'll give us enough headroom. And then also, if we do some other type of thing like, well, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to say the ceiling I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with yet, but hopefully if we start the curve like right here, then it should be fine. We'll have an ability to have a 3-tall walkway around the outside. Well, this is where our door, one of them at least, is going to be, and I'm kind of just thinking about this, and I'm realizing there's some really cool stuff that we could do here, but it might be really difficult. So I'm just kind of playing around with some blocks. I'm using snow at the moment and not concrete because I think we're going to want to save our ultra pure white concrete for like particular spots that are really nice, that make it, I don't know, they just utilize that color in places that's more efficient use. And we can use snow because it's cheaper in the larger areas that you're just gonna, you're gonna walk right by this entrance. And then the inside is where we'll use the super nice crisp white concrete. Maybe the outside is like weathered or it's like marble or something different. Please leave my area, thank you. And with the sun setting on our mountainous area of scientific observation, I think that's going to do it for the day's episode. We've established a block palette, a structure, a shape, a size, a theme, an idea, a concept, if you wish, will, words. Yeah, and I'm pretty happy with it. So let me know if you got any ideas in the comments section. And while you're down there, hit every button known to science with a hammer. Smash it like you smash. And I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye. And don't forget to subscribe.